As we dive into Week 2 of the NFL regular season, the excitement is palpable. The action kicked off on Thursday night with the Green Bay Packers decisively defeating the Washington Commanders, setting the stage for a thrilling Sunday filled with 13 games, culminating in a Monday night doubleheader. Week 1 was nothing short of exhilarating, with 12 out of 16 games being decided by a single score, showcasing the competitive nature of the league. Let's explore 5 of the most intriguing storylines that are unfolding in Week 2. 1. A reunion in Charm City. The Baltimore Ravens and Cleveland Browns both experienced disappointing losses in Week 1, and now they are eager to bounce back. The Ravens suffered a heartbreaking 41-40 defeat against the Buffalo Bills, marred by a late-game fumble and a defensive collapse. On the other hand, the Browns narrowly missed an upset against the Cincinnati Bengals, losing 17-16 after rookie kicker Andre Smith missed both an extra point and a potential game-winning field goal from 36 yards. As these two familiar rivals prepare to clash at the Ravens' empty stadium this Sunday, both teams are looking to regain their footing. Last week, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson showcased their prowess on the ground, combining for an impressive 239 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. Jackson also threw 2 touchdown passes, while wide receiver Zay Flowers had a standout performance with 7 receptions for 143 yards and a touchdown. The Browns' defense, which effectively limited Joe Burrow's star receivers, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, to just 49 yards, will aim to replicate that success against the Ravens. Adding to the drama, Joe Flacco, the former Ravens quarterback who led the team to victory in Super Bowl 47 and earned MVP honors, returns to Baltimore. This marks his first game in the city since 2018, although he faced his old team in 2022 while playing for the New York Jets. Browns at Ravens, 1 p.m. ET, CBS. 2. Old friends seeking solutions. The Detroit Lions, once seen as potential Super Bowl contenders, faced a harsh reality check last week as they struggled against the Green Bay Packers defense. The Lions could only muster 1 touchdown, and their rushing attack was virtually non-existent. Quarterback Jared Goff was under constant pressure, suffering 4 sacks and 9 quarterback hits. While it was expected that the team would experience some growing pains after losing offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, the extent of their struggles was surprising. Now the Lions, under new offensive coordinator John Morton, must regroup and find a way to improve against a familiar foe, Johnson, who returns to Detroit as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Will his deep understanding of the Lions roster give Chicago an advantage? Johnson himself is looking for redemption after the Bears faltered against the Minnesota Vikings, allowing a late-game surge that resulted in a 27-24 loss. He has a lot of work ahead with quarterback Caleb Williams, who has yet to find his rhythm. Johnson also needs to revitalize the Bears' running game, while defensive coordinator Dennis Allen strengthens his unit. Bears at Lions, 1 p.m. ET, Fox. 3. A sense of urgency. It's remarkable how quickly the panic button can be pressed, but that's exactly where the Miami Dolphins find themselves after a disheartening loss to the Indianapolis Colts. Head coach Mike McDaniel knows that a slow start is not an option in an increasingly competitive AFC East. After 2 playoff disappointments and a history of struggles against strong teams, the Dolphins must rally for a crucial game against the New England Patriots. Although the Patriots are in a rebuilding phase, Coach Mike Vrabel emphasizes a tough, disciplined style of play that could pose challenges for Miami. The Dolphins aren't the only team feeling the heat this week. In the NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys are set to host the New York Giants, with both teams eager for their first win. The Cowboys showed promise in the first half against the Philadelphia Eagles, but faltered due to mental mistakes that cost them the game. With playoff aspirations still alive, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys know that falling behind Philadelphia and Washington could jeopardize their hopes. A win against the Giants would be a significant boost. Meanwhile, the Giants struggled against Washington's pass rush, leaving quarterback Russell Wilson ineffective. With head coach Brian Daboll's job potentially on the line, How long will the team remain patient with Wilson? Could we see Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart take the reins soon? Additionally, the Carolina Panthers are in a wait-and-see mode regarding quarterback Bryce Young, who has shown the same issues that plagued him in previous seasons. Young's performance is crucial for the Panthers, especially as they face an Arizona Cardinals team that has heavily invested in its defense. In their previous matchup, Young had a standout game, achieving a 65.4 completion percentage and throwing 2 touchdown passes in a thrilling overtime victory. Which version of Bryce Young will we see this time? Patriots at Dolphins, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS. Giants at Cowboys, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fox. Panthers at Cardinals, 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS. Reviving the kickoff. NFL officials have been eager to restore the kickoff to its former glory, and recent rule changes seem to be making that goal a reality. This offseason, NFL owners approved a rule change that moves the ball placement after touchbacks to the 35-yard line, 5 yards further upfield than last season. This adjustment aims to encourage teams to kick the ball into play rather than opting for touchbacks, thereby enhancing the excitement of kickoff returns. The early results are promising, with a significant increase in kickoff returns observed in Week 1. According to NFL research, 118 out of 156 kickoffs, 75.6%, were returned, a stark contrast to just 33.1% in Week 1 of 2024. Teams racked up a record 3,074 kickoff return yards, the highest ever recorded in an opening week and the most since Week 15 of the 2010 season. Last week also saw 7 kick returns of 40 yards or more, the most in 14 years. The average starting point for drives was just beyond the 30-yard line, a notable improvement from the previous season. Will this trend continue, leading to more scoring opportunities in Week 2? 5. A Super Bowl rematch. 7 months after the Philadelphia Eagles triumphed over the Kansas City Chiefs to claim the Lombardi Trophy, the two teams are set to face off once again. The Chiefs will host the Eagles on Sunday, seeking not only revenge but also their first win of the season, while the Eagles aim to start 2-0. This matchup will serve as an early test for the Chiefs, particularly in assessing the effectiveness of General Manager Brett Veach's off-season efforts to bolster the offensive line, which was a significant weakness in the Super Bowl. The Eagles dominated the line of scrimmage during that game, recording 6 sacks and 11 quarterback hits on Patrick Mahomes. In an effort to improve protection for Mahomes, the Chiefs drafted left tackle Josh Simmons in the first round and promoted second-year player Kingsley Suamataia to starting left guard. Although the Eagles have lost pass rusher Josh Sweat, who was instrumental in the Super Bowl, they still possess a formidable defensive front. The Eagles appeared to be in midseason form last week, executing a balanced offensive strategy to secure a victory over the Dallas Cowboys. The Chiefs will need to find a way to contain quarterback Jalen Hurts, who is named Super Bowl MVP after throwing for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also rushing for 72 yards and a touchdown. Eagles at Chiefs, 4:25 p.m. Fox. Top photo of Patrick Mahomes being pressured by Jalen Carter in the Super Bowl. Timothy A. Clary, AFP via Getty Images. What are your thoughts on these storylines? Do you agree with the assessments, or do you have a different perspective? Let's discuss in the comments.